Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carol. If this is your first time here, in today's video, I want to talk about why I started a YouTube channel in my 60s and some of the mistakes I made along the way, and trying to rectify as I go forward in my adventures as a YouTuber. I started this channel because I began to watch more YouTube than I did regular TV. I would turn the TV on to watch Finding Your Roots on PBS, and I think The View, and then sometimes I would watch Jimmy Kimmel's monologue. But as you know, the last two, you can find those two on YouTube. So I was watching, just such a variety of different things, anywhere from people who would mow people's lawn, whose lawn was overgrown and they would go and mow it for free, or people who were cleaning up hoarder houses, or sterling psychic medium, or people who have had near-death experiences, or Ms. Nezzy and her husband Diesel, who moved from New York to Florida, and their adventures, and maybe just so much. Deborah Berry, who's a beautiful lady over 70, who has the most beautiful wardrobe in the world, and she showcases that every week. So there's just such a wide variety of things I was finding to watch, and finally I got to thinking, well, why couldn't I do that? I know some people got monetized, and sorry, phone call coming in, because what I used to record, I used my Samsung Android phone, and some of the mistakes that I made. Anyway, like I said, I started to think about, why not me? I could do that. Maybe I've got some things that are of interest to people. I do some part-time work as a loan signing agent. I get Social Security because I am over 65, so I thought this could supplement. And then I thought, well, some people are getting monetized with YouTube. Maybe I could get a few extra bucks doing that. And no, I have not. I have not so far. I have maybe just over 380 subscribers, and I've done this for a couple of years. But some of the problems I have encountered is I have not been consistent. Initially I thought, okay, it was hard to get started because you see so many people that do this for a living, and their videos are perfect. They have the perfect lighting. Even now I'm sitting thinking, oh, I forgot my microphone, but I hope I'm talking loud enough so people can hear me clearly, because that's one of the reasons I would stop listening to some. I turn it on because the title would be engaging, and then I could barely hear them. So I tried to turn everything up, and I just thought, too hard, and I'd just go to something else. But yeah, I would do some recording. Finally, when I just said, okay, just like dive in and do something, and I did. I put my laptop in my lap, and I recorded my first video, and I don't even remember what I was talking about. Maybe it was talking about being a loan signing agent and how I got started with that. But like I said, I wasn't consistent. Then I told myself, okay, maybe I can do one a month. And when the end of the month would get there, then I just rush to throw something up because it was the end of the month, instead of, committing to maybe one video a week, which I'm hoping to start after this. I had even gone a couple of months recently without posting anything. So I'm telling myself now, either I'll post one a week, or I'll do one every 10 days. But I'm going to do more than once a month, and I hope you'll follow me on that. And as I said, I use my Sony, and I mean not my Sony, my Samsung Android phone to record my videos. I went out and, you know, I listened to somebody who said they use that Sony, I don't know, is it EV or 10 camera? I'm not sure. I have to look at it, but I have that on a tripod that's collecting dust in my room. And then after a while, I got to thinking, well, I don't know if I want to go into a thrift store with this big camera and record. So I saw people that would use the smaller camera, and I couldn't buy that, but I had a credit with a computer company, and I saw that they had a small 360 camera, which is really cute because you could clip it to your hat, or it had a little magnetized necklace that you could clip it to that. So it would be great if I would just take advantage. I think I've used both of those a few times, but not very often, because I have a very old CPU on my camera, and I don't know, it got to be hard to upload my pictures. I was having problems with that, so I need to replace my CPU. But so I just went back to Old Faithful here, and am using my Sony camera. And that's working for me. And it just starting out, if you really don't know what you're doing, then this is a good place to start. I do have, like, I had a little small ring camera, a little, you know, ring light that I would attach to my laptop, the first few videos that I did, but I couldn't attach it to anything else. So I did buy a tripod with a ring light, and then I could put my phone right there in the center of it. But a lot of times when I'm recording, you know, you can see the little ring lights in the corner of your glasses, and I need my glasses to read maybe a makeup label, or if I've written some notes down, I needed that. And, you know, I tried to tilt my glasses down so it wouldn't show up so much. But all I need really, and I still use that more than anything, but it can be, there are just so many things that we don't have to have. You just want to start out basic with maybe if you have a good camera phone, start with that. Don't spend a bunch of equipment unless you really know what you're doing, and then more power to you. But I didn't really know what I was doing, and editing got to be another problems that I encountered. I didn't really know how to edit. I still don't know how to edit. I'm just learning a little more now than I did in the beginning, and I wouldn't at first. Like I said, I would just rush to throw something up so I could meet my one video a month quota, and that wasn't working for me. So, you know, like I said, one time I missed 2 whole months, and that was recently. So I got to try to be more consistent. So I'm trying to think, what else did I have? Yeah, the editing. I use Clipchamp to edit, and I think because it came with, it was a free thing. I upgraded a little bit. I didn't have, also my thumbnails weren't engaging, or maybe the title was too broad. If you say I'm having fun at 60 as opposed to my travel vlog to Sedona at, you know, and hot spots to, you know, something like that, something not as broad as you want to engage your audience. And I didn't have the right, I was just learning Canva. I have taught myself as I go along, and I'm getting better at it, I think. But you know, I didn't have the engaging titles. And there were times when Like I said, I didn't even I didn't have I didn't have, I don't have my microphone now, and I hope you can hear me well enough. But those are some of the problems that that I have come across since I started this. I'm here today posting because I want to be more consistent. I want to be more engaging. I hope that you will come back and help me get to a point where if I can get 500 subscribers before this year is over, yes, I'd be very happy. So I hope that you will join me. Please, if you like my content, I hope that you will like, subscribe, comment, and I hope that you will come and see me in my next video. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. Thanks a lot, and thanks for watching. Bye.